Welcome to Zest4Connect, Zest4's IoT SIM management platform. Using this platform, you'll be able to manage your entire estate of SIMs all in one place, irrespective of the mobile network operator being used. You'll be able to track SIM usage individually, by sub-estates, or by the entire estate. Monitor data alerts and caps on individual SIMs or across an account. Build custom filters. Organise your estate through tags and categories. And at a glance, monitor SIMs that are close to their monthly data allowance. On top of this, you'll be able to quickly produce data usage reports either for individual SIMs or across your entire estate ahead of monthly invoicing. So let's take a look. The platform is hierarchical, so when you log in, you'll have a dashboard that gives you visibility of your entire estate, irrespective of mobile network, all on one page. However, if one of your customers log in, they will only have visibility of their own estate. As you can see, on the Frontpage Dashboard, there are a number of key tiles that provide you with some valuable information. If we start with the large tiles in the middle, we can see the following info. SIM status. This gives a quick snapshot of how many SIMs I have active on my base, how many are suspended, how many have been terminated. I can also see the number of SIMs that have been alerted, inactive, or blocked. If I hover over one of these sections, it will give me the volume of SIMs that sit within each category. I can then look at connection history. This is a view of what SIMs are active now, or have been active within the last 24 hours, 48 hours, within the last week, or the last 3 months. And again, by hovering over, I can get a visual representation of how many SIMs are in that category. And the third one is network operators. This gives me the ability to see, at a snapshot, how many SIMs I've got connected onto each mobile network. And if you click on any of these sections, it will bring up a list of SIMs that fall into each category listed. If we look towards the top of the dashboard, there are also a number of useful tiles. Alerted SIMs. Within the platform, you have the ability to put caps and bars and alerts on each SIM. What this will show you is how many of your SIMs have had an alert, e.g. hit the alert limit that's been set for that billing period. We usually set these alerts at about 80%. We can see inactive SIMs. This is just a simple representation of what SIMs have not made a connection in the last 3 months. Suspended SIMs are SIMs that are still live but have been suspended by you or a user for some reason. And blocked SIMs are SIMs that have been blocked due to the platform as a result of hitting a usage data cap. If we scroll down, we then have 2 other views that give some top level insight. The first one, highest data SIMs. So looking at the SIM numbers, we can see which SIMs in our base are consuming the most data in that billing period. Again, by clicking on any of these, it will give you the detail you need about the SIM, and I'll come on to this a little later. We can then get a Tariff Tab. This shows you the different tariffs that your base is connected to. Not relevant to all, but if you have a big base with multiple tariffs, this can certainly help. So that's a top line snapshot of what you'll see on the initial dashboard. So let's look in a bit more detail. If I click on the SIM list button, it will take me through to the information that sits behind the dashboard. When you click through here, you'll get a view of all your SIMs with the level of information that you need to fully manage your data. The view on here is customizable, so you can select what columns and tabs you'd like to see. The most common things that we look at are things like SIM number, mobile number, network operator, SIM status if the SIM is connected and live, or if it's currently in a data session, the IP address, and this will show if it's a public IP or a private IP, the last session start time, the duration of the last session, any notes or tags that you've put on the account, and also the usage that each SIM has had within that billing period. We can also see at a glance how much data the entire account has used within that billing period. This is a great tool for aggregated data accounts, and all the information that you've seen on here can be exported into an Excel file for easy management. If you have a specific group of SIMs that are viewed on a regular basis out of a large base, we can create a list of filters. To set up a filter, we can filter by SIM detail, we can filter by status, mobile network operator, account name, any tags that you've put onto each SIM, or account info. We can also filter by the last connection that was made. And it's very simple to set up a filter and use it moving forwards. When using filters, this means that each user can fully bespoke exactly what they want to see. We can also drill down deeper into individual SIMs. By selecting a SIM, I'm able to see much more information about this specific SIM. When I click through here, I have all the same SIM identifiers, such as mobile number, SIM number, IP address, etc. But I also have some really useful information that's been added in. I can see at a glance how much data this SIM has used. I can also see what data cap level has been set and what the alert level has been set at. I can also see who will be notified if the SIM hits any of the alert levels. This page also lets me edit some details for the SIM. So this is where I can set up any tags or notes so that the SIM can easily be picked up in a filter. Also, if I look for a SIM that's currently live and highlight this, using cell triangulation, I can also see the location of the SIM or the device. So let's look at more detailed information about a SIM's data utilization. By using the daily usage report, I can set a date range and it will present me with more detailed information about the SIM. If we first take a look at the report, we can see things like SIM usage. Now this shows me how much data the SIM is using each day, breaking it down to data received and data sent. Scroll down, I can see how many connections, individual connections, a SIM is making on any specific day. And I can also see the duration of each session. If we close this down and look at the session report, select the same data range. Initially, we're presented with a summary, letting us know how much data this SIM is using. But then there's also a breakdown that includes the start time of every session, the stop time of every session, and again, the data consumed within each session. If you have a SIM or a device that uses particularly long sessions and you need to break this down, if you ask the system to give you a more detailed report, it will give you some interim sessions and interim updates. What is also very useful about this is if it's a roaming SIM, it will tell you which mobile network it's been using at any given time. And once again, all the information we've looked at can be downloaded and exported for further utilization. If I then flick back to the SIM list dashboard for an individual SIM, there are a few other specific actions that we can complete. Simple things, as we said earlier, like adding a tag to an account so it can easily be found. There's also a level of self-diagnosis that we can do. This is where we can ping a SIM if a device is unresponsive when it should be live. There's an activity log that we can look at so we can see who's made changes and when they've made them. And finally, we can suspend a SIM. This will instantly stop any further connections being made by the SIM. Then away from the dashboard, you have the ability to see a list of all your customers. In here you can control who has access to view the data and the level of access they have. You can also customize their logon, add a logo and brand their portal. You also have the ability to customize the messages and call to action details that the users get when they see a warning or an alert has been sent. So there we have a top-line overview of the Zest4Connect Management Data Portal, a real USP and critical tool for anyone managing an IoT estate. So for more information about SIM management or how it can help you and your business, or a full training session, please get in touch with us via Zest4.com.